All right, welcome back to the Sheffield Wednesday View. We are going to talk all things about the FA Cup and Coventry, and also we're previewing the massive game this weekend against Huddersfield. We'll do that with Andrew. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I suppose you're a bit upset to hear that Darren Moore had been sacked then this week from
Well, of
Huddersfield, were you?
course. Yeah. Well, it's a very interesting situation we've got here now because it could work one of two ways, of course. A, will they have a new manager in place before they play us on Saturday? Bearing in mind they've also got a match during the week, I take it. Do they not? Because we've got Watford at home on Wednesday. That they must have a game as well. So we need to find out, A, if they're going to have a new manager in place, B, well, they just have a temporary manager in place. And then more importantly, how do they react to what's happened? Will the players feel a bit down that they lost Darren Moore? Because I'm very surprised that to lose the position after almost winning at QPR. That was an ideal result, of course, for us. We wanted a draw then, is exactly what happened. But no, they could have won it. QPR got a very late equaliser. If they'd have won, would he have kept the job, or had they already made their minds up he was going to go, is the question. But no, it's mixed feelings. Could work one of two ways. I'd like to think that they're going to feel a bit down and we're going to take advantage of the situation. What we don't want is them to get somebody like Neil Warnock, especially, who's hates us with a passion and will go in there rubbing his hands with glee at whatever age he is now, whether he's in his 70s, 80s or 90s, the guy's going to still be there up for it. So no, we don't want any of that going on.
Okay. All right, talk about your game then, Coventry. You've had obviously played them twice now. Much better the second time round. And of course, if you win against in the replay, you're going to beat Maidstone. I'd like
well,
to
we
think.
Hope so. Ipswich should have beaten them. They had 38 shots and they still couldn't score goals to beat them. At the end of the day, as we said, you can have as many shots as you like. They don't go in the back of that net. Means nothing. You end up losing if you don't score enough. Now, with Coventry, obviously, we should never have lost the league games then for starters. That was a very, very nasty game at Hillsborough. I'm not going to get into it totally here, but obviously that KP got what was coming from him, not saying he deserves to be given the racist tone, but his attitude against a bald girl and a disabled person was the reason why this all happened before. All this rubbish about calling Wednesday fans racist. We've had black players playing there left, right and centre at Hillsborough all season, and we have our own black players. There's been never any racist tones before. So you have to ask yourself the question, Mark, why would it happen? Why should it happen there? Why should it happen there?
Yeah.
And you know what? Just to give you a final bit on that, a guy who's been attending matches at Hillsborough since 1949 and was stood right in the corner of that cop, he saw exactly what was going on. And when the insults went in from this Palmer guy against the ball girl and the disabled fan, he then wrote a letter, which is sent to the EFL and Coventry City Football Club themselves. But it seems to be completely swept under the carpet by Mark Robbins. All he's focused on is the racist shout and ignoring what Palmer did to instigate that in the first place. But there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll put that to the side. But it's
we'll focus on the footballing matters because Wednesday aren't getting a nice reputation at the moment, are they? Because there was also the Jordan Lowry thing as well earlier in the year. Let's hope that people, these idiots that do attend, we've all got them. I mean, as an Everton fan, we have them in our club as well, sadly. But unfortunately, they make the headlines, don't they? Okay, but. Played well at the moment.
Played well. We're robbed to lose the league game and then could have won the cup game quite easily. Had every chance. Bo came on and he couldn't score again. I remember that 4 goals from 22 match record at Cardiff hasn't impressed me, but we've got him, so he's got to deliver. He went close. He hit the bar. He was trying. So hopefully the goals may come for him. But it was a tight game. It was always going to be when I did the podcast with the Coventry City Sky Blues fans, and some of them thought it was going to be a cakewalk for them. And I said, no, let's not. Please don't embarrass me and don't insult my intelligence. No 3-0 business. Forget all that. It's not happening. Okay. So it's going to be tight. I'm hoping we're going to win 1-0. We didn't quite do it, but there we go. Before.
Any signings on the cards?
Not as far as I'm aware. We're still waiting. They're still not the end yet. So it could be very much. Squeaky bum time over the next couple of days now to see if anything does materialise. But obviously we've got our own in-house goalkeeper who came in, our third team goalkeeper who came in and played really well against Coventry. That's Pierce Charles, 18-year-old, looks to be a guy with a future. So we've got somebody to look forward to there. But obviously we've got to get the likes of Windass and Dawson back. Those two have been badly missed, and they've been the two best players for us in the last month, without a shadow of doubt. Windass scoring 3 goals, and Dawson, those 2 double penalty saves, of course, against Cardiff in the space of 3 minutes. Incredible. I can't recall a goalkeeper ever having done that in my lifetime. I don't recall that happening.
Okay. What about then Huddersfield then this weekend? You'll be making the trip then. obviously difficult to know what sort of
follow up. Yeah, we only drew at home with them, which is with 2 points dropped there. That game 0-0 draw was a dour battle, and of course it was the days of the Cisco kid and panic at Cisco and all the rest of it, and we did panic there to not even be able to beat them. I'm hopeful. It really depends which Wednesday play. The irony is that all this sort of good run started on the 2nd of December when we won our first match there for a long time. And we've actually, since then, we played 10 matches. We've won 5 and lost 5, which is 15 points in the league, which is obviously still 1 point better than winning 2 and drawing 8, being unbeaten in the 10 games. So 5 wins, 5 defeats. And those defeats, the Cardiff and Coventry defeats, were both very unlucky. They could easily have been draws, easily. But no, so the run's not been bad. We need, though, now we're coming to real squeaky bum times, some real serious time. I don't want this win-loss business to keep going on. We need to get a couple of wins on consecutive matches. And this is the opportunity this week. Watford at home and Huddersfield away is our chance to finally try and get 6 points together. Because if we don't do it, then we are going to be sinking adrift a bit. We can't be having that. But if we do it, I think we actually find ourselves above Huddersfield at the weekend. We will, yeah, we find ourselves above Huddersfield. We can win both. So that's crucial.
Let's get a score prediction then from you, Andrew. Huddersfield Wednesday.
Well, I don't know who's playing is the question. I'm going to gamble here and hoping that we've got the players back, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Wednesday. I'm going to say that we're going to beat them 2-0 at their place. Well, that's what I'm going to say.
We will catch you next week where you may be out of the relegation drop. So
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Come on in, Danny Rohls, we trust.
Thanks, Andrew. Catch you next week.
Cheers. All the best.
Thank you.